Hi, everyone. Let me get myself set up here. Good. Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about a couple of basic concepts about joy and hope. And, um, and in the end here, we're going to tap because doing this makes me a bit anxious. So as we end up the first month of the year, I'm going to suggest that we all get clear about what our hope is for this coming year. And that hope, I hope, for you all, includes a lot of joy. So, in order to have hope, you have to have a sense of what is possible down the road, or whether that's a change in the way you're living, a change in the way you're relating to others, a change in the way that you seek out joy. So, this is making, as I say, to talk about this, I'm going to share one of my hopes with you. And it does make me a little anxious. So, when I turned 60 years old, I ran a marathon. It was difficult, it was time consuming, it was exhausting, and exhilarating to actually finish. So, this is my hope. When I turn 70 next January, I will again run a marathon. This is this is a long ways from the 3 miles I run around my home now. But with training and lots of support, this is possible. So, step one of creating hope is to come up with that vision or goal or objective or sense of what it is that you're trying to get to. Um, and now you have to stay in the realm of reality. Now, I think it's possible because I did it at 60. I think it's possible I could do it at 70. Um, but it's certainly not certain. Now, the second step in achieving hope is to have a path to that you want to get to that you see, and that path has to be something that's it doesn't have to be a complete plan or a complete step by step, but you have to see some route, some direction, some way to get there. So for me, that path includes scheduling a lot of time to do long runs and training. When I turned 60, my wife's gift to me was her support in doing the marathon training. This required some changes in our lives, as when you start to run for 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 or 5 hours at a time, it really does screw up your weekend plans. But she was kind enough to give me the gift and support me in that. Um, I think that having her support and the support of my friends, and also coming up with a real training plan, something written down, that there's a path to achieving this hope. Now, the other thing about hope is that to really experience it, one has to put yourself on the path. Once you come up with an idea of how you get there, you have to take that first step. You have to see yourself in that movement. Um, that will eventually lead you to where you want to arrive. So, um, what I'm doing here today is taking that first step by announcing to you, to my friends and my family, and the entire world, I guess, I'm on Facebook, what I'm going, that I'm going to run a marathon at 30. So I have to be honest and say I'm a little anxious about this, as I'm aware that my body is different than it was 10 years ago. And I'm not quite sure I can pull it off. That uncertainty makes me anxious, so I'm going to tap the anxiety. But before I do, I'm going to ask you to join me in maybe coming up with a hope of your own. And as you come up with that hope, something you would like to experience or achieve or see or have over the next year, whatever that vision or goal is that you want to arrive at, I want you to just take a second and notice what it is. Now, um, just, I don't want to rush you on this. So notice what that might be. And then I would ask you to begin to, it could be big or it could be small, it could be easier, it could be hard. You don't have to have a fully developed plan also about how you arrive at that hope, but you will be able to accomplish it. So let's keep this in the realm of reality, and what for you is something that will bring you joy. That's important. Now, as you think about what are these steps going to be for you, what is your path, what is the direction you have to go in order to make that become a reality, think about what is the indication that you've taken the first step on this journey. What is it that you're going to do that says, oh, I'm doing this, and get yourself started. I don't know what it will be for you. You have to decide that. But begin now. All of this is, and if all of this is making you a bit nervous, as with me, I'm going to do a little tapping. So notice as you think about your hope and the path and the first steps, how you feel inside. Not too bad for me, but it's there because of the uncertainty, because I'm making this public. So we're going to tap together, tap side of hand, tap under nose. We're going to correct for any reversals associated with this anxiety. And then we're just going to tap under the eye, under the arm, under the collarbone. Now, as we think about this, tap the back of your hand, the gamut spot. Close your eyes, open your eyes, look down left, look down right. Whirl your eyes in a big circle. Whirl your eyes the other way. Hum. Count. 1, 2, 3. Hum again. Then we're going to repeat the tapping we did before. So we did side of hand, under nose, under the eye, right on the orbital bone, under the arm, 4 inches down from the armpit, and then under the collarbone. All right. As I think about what I'm doing here today, it's more excitement than it is anxiety at this point, making this announcement to you. So this is working for me. Now, again, remember, TFT may require that you have to tap again. So if that number of anxiety didn't come down, you know what? You may need another technique. You may need more tapping. You may need a different pattern. But if it did come down a bit, but it didn't come all the way down, just repeat what we did here. Just back it up and do the video a little bit and do it again. So now, again, if you need some help, give me a, reach out to me, send me a message, send me a text. And I hope, that is one of my hopes, that what I'm doing here today is going to bring you more joy as it brings me more joy. So please like this, share this, and if you want to, you can put in your comments what your goals and hopes are for next year, and we can share them and kind of support one another in this process. And if you're interested in developing more fully an understanding of what it means to come to joy in your life and how tapping can help you with that, I'm doing Breaking Free to Joy program starting in a couple of weeks now. So if you're interested in a deeper dive on this stuff, take a look at that program. So I hope you're feeling as excited about the future in this moment as I am. Goodbye, and we'll be in touch. Bye-bye.